everybody, welcome. And today, going through some of those DC Universe classics in the collection again, we have Lex, Avarice, Luthor. Avarice being greed, Lex Luthor was the guy. Yeah. Pretty awesome. This one is going to be rough though because he's not so good. And sometimes he likes to fall over. Now his other joints seem to be just fine, so that's not the issue. This has got some coloration, and I'm not sure if that was on the original figure or not. I have not seen this figure in so long. I'm not sure what it was. It was one of the very few of the War of the Lantern figures I didn't have, because, you know, he sold out everywhere when he appeared. So it's like, it's Lex, man. It's like, you know, Green Lantern, then Lex. It was always those two that sold out first. Never got the, you know, really White Lantern, I guess. I think is what it was. But yeah, so Lex, I mean, I think it's a cool idea and a cool concept. I had all the other War of the Lanterns, and somehow I think I had Atrocitus. Yeah, I did have Atrocitus. So, you know, when I found this one, I was like, "Ooh, wow, cool!" And then when I picked him up and got this, I don't know if that was true of all of them at the time. I don't think so, but I don't know. But you know, this brings up the point of, you know, collecting and trying to rebuild a collection, which I know gets to be a recurring theme here, but at the same time, I mean, that's what most people are doing. Most people who are buying G.I. Joe Classifieds are rebuilding a collection from their childhood, or getting the figures rebuilding a collection along with trying to get the figures they did not have. There's a secondary market, sure. Sometimes the vintage ones are a little cost prohibitive, so that comes into play. So there's that. But you know, if you just buy off the shelf, you use it, or buy off the new stuff, well, you can just go with that, and it's not a problem. I mean, so I can see the argument. I look at it, and I mean, I was, you know, I'm not in that camp, but you know, and that's why I think some people really buying up DC McFarlane now. It's on the shelf. It's what's DC on the shelf. That's your option. That's it. If you want to collect DC, you got to collect McFarlane. You want to collect Marvel, generally speaking, you got to collect Hasbro. Or you got to do Marvel Select, but you're going to be waiting a long time because they only do like 3 figures a year, not counting reissues. So, you know, you got to kind of, you know, pick your lane and go with it. With many of these figures, it's like, it's hard to really nail down where you want to go. I mean, do you want to just pick up vintage? Do you want to just pick up, do you want to do it in a combo? And it's like, constantly, it's like, what do I want to do? And like, there's some you want to pick up because, you know, you just like them. And there's some you want to pick up because it's your favorite character. And there's some you want to pick up because you think it's cool for whatever reason. Keep going back to this guy. I kept avoiding this guy, Chris Starr, but I ended up grabbing him because, I don't know, there was a novelty to it. I mean, that's it. That's why I bought some Classifieds. There was a novelty to it in the beginning, because, and it wasn't even in the beginning, it was when I started buying them. It was just like, it was kind of reminding me of Hall of Fame. You know, a dip into a new scale. Now they're going full plunging deep into it. Nah, I can't. No, I mean, I was there for the novelty, doing the Vamp, and doing the Hiss, doing the Dragonfly. Man, huge vehicles, cost prohibitive. No, I can't. But then some people are like Lex and want everything. They don't care. It's like, I want my stuff from childhood. Okay, but and maybe that's it. Maybe I've got the stuff from childhood. I never let go of it. So maybe to me, I don't have to reacquire it. I already have it, and I feel good about it. So I'm wondering, maybe that's where the disconnect is for me and some modern collectors. It's all there. I just want to put Rocket into the picture. Hi, guys. It's all there. It's, I don't have that separation. I did want to rebuild my Marvel Legends collection, not out of a sense of nostalgia. I just got to a place where I could rebuild. And I just started rebuilding, and again, I thought it would take 5 years. It took a lot less. Now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, okay, now I'm going to get Dan Keach, Ghost Rider. That was a big one on my list. I was wondering how I was going to get it past that one. That one was a big one for me. But I look at it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, where do we go from here? And usually it's just going to depend on what is announced and why. So this guy kind of comes into play when talking about this, because where does it get to be, I want it all, I want it all, I want it all. And where does it get to be, I just want to get some joy? This is a fine line, and this guy is way over that line. He's the other extreme. And I do think we see people in the collecting community in this extreme. They just want whatever the new shiny is, and they don't think about, why. Some people are chasing trends, you can tell. I mean, it doesn't take long to figure out that some people just want to chase a trend. That damn chest. And there's some people who just love this shit. And those are easy to find too. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough conversation. It's a tough thing to think about and work through. But at the same time, you get an older figure like this, and it brings in, the idea that, yeah, do I have to own all these? No. I'd like to have a better version of this guy. And that's not, I'd like to have the whole War of the Lanterns series again. That was a cool series. I liked it. I felt like at the time, that was some of the best stuff Mattel did in the DCU. I love that storyline too, so that's probably part of it. It gets goofy in some places, but, part of it is, I just love that storyline. So I would love to see somebody do a modern 6-inch line of DC and tackle this guy right here. Because that would be fun. But not happening. McFarlane probably will. I don't know if he's ever going to touch this kind of stuff or not. And I'm not going to worry about it. Because I've sampled McFarlane's figures, and it's like, yeah, dude. Ugh. Why are people so many fans of yours? But I love DC. Yeah, it's the thing. I love DC, so what am I going to do for DC? Well, you're looking at it. The bits I've got from this collection, I'm going to get some more. I've got a couple of icons on the way, so it's not like I'm not looking at this stuff, but it's a tough thing to do because, God, DC is doing something so different from where I want to see that line go. That's the best way to say it. It's just different from where I want it to go. And it makes me feel a little greedy. Okay, thanks for listening to my toy ramblings, and don't forget to do the YouTube stuff, so you have a good day.